All right, today we're going to tackle a big one, mesalamine. It's a real cornerstone medication for inflammatory bowel disease. You've probably heard of it, but we're going to break down exactly how it works and maybe more importantly, why it's so smart and so effective. So let me start with a question. Imagine there's a fire in your house, but it's only in one room, say the kitchen. What do? You're not going to turn on the sprinklers for the whole house, right? Of course not. You'd grab a fire extinguisher and aim it right at the flames. Well, that's the exact idea behind mesalamine. And that really gets to the heart of our first section here. You've got to think of mesalamine not as a sledgehammer, but as a specialist, a precision tool that's designed for one very, very specific job, calming down that fire, that inflammation, right where it's happening. So what is it exactly? The most important word to remember is topical. Seriously. Think of it like an anti-inflammatory cream you'd put on a rash. It's designed to work right on the surface. In this case, the lining of your gut. It stays local, does its job, and here's the kicker, very, very little of it gets absorbed into your bloodstream. This is a huge deal, and it's what makes it so different from other drugs that affect your entire system. So what does it treat? Well, its main gig is ulcerative colitis, and man, is it versatile. It doesn't matter if the inflammation is just in the rectum, that's called proctitis, or if it's spread through the entire colon, which is pancolitis. There's a mesalamine strategy for pretty much every scenario. Now, you do sometimes see it used for Crohn's disease, but usually only when Crohn's is behaving like colitis and just affecting the colon. Okay, so how does mesalamine actually put out that fire in the gut? It's not just one single action. It's this really clever 4-point plan of attack that hits the inflammation from a bunch of different angles all at once. Let's break it down. First, it blocks the chemical messengers that are basically screaming inflammation. It's like cutting the wires to the fire alarm. Second, it acts like a cleanup crew, mopping up all these damaging little molecules called free radicals. Third, it jams the signals between the proteins that are trying to ramp up the immune response. And finally, it basically tells the immune cells that are gathered in the gut wall to just chill out. It's this beautiful, coordinated takedown, all happening right at the source. So, we know what it does, but honestly, the next piece of this puzzle, how it gets to the right spot, might be even more important. This is absolutely crucial. With mesalamine, the delivery system, the way you take it, is every bit as important as the medicine inside. You've basically got two main routes, taking it by mouth as a pill or using it rectally. For disease that's spread out or higher up in the colon, a tablet is designed to be tough enough to survive your stomach acid and only release its medicine once it gets down into the colon. But, and this is key, if the inflammation is near the end of the line, in the rectum or sigmoid colon, a suppository or an enema can deliver this super powerful, concentrated dose right to the target, with almost none of it going for a joyride through the rest of your body. Let's geek out for a second on those oral pills, because they are basically smart packages. Some of them have this special coating that will only dissolve when it hits the specific pH level, the specific acid level of the colon. It's like it has a secret key to a very specific lock. Others use a different trick. The medicine is inside thousands of tiny little microspheres that slowly release the drug over time as they travel through your intestine. It's all about precision engineering to get the drug to the right place. And for those rectal therapies, the choice is just as smart, just as precise. You see, if the inflammation is only in the very last section, the rectum, then a suppository is perfect. It's small, it stays put, and it treats that one area. But if the disease goes a little higher up, say to that bend called the splenic flexure, an enema can deliver the medication to cover that entire inflamed area. Simple as that. Okay, so we've covered how it works and how it gets where it's going. Now let's talk about the thing that's on pretty much everyone's mind when they start a new medication: safety. What do you really need to know about it? Let's start with the big headline, the most important point. The good news here is that for the vast majority of people, mesalamine is incredibly safe. It's really well tolerated, even when people use it for years and years to keep their IBD in remission. Now, when side effects do happen, they're usually pretty mild and manageable. We're talking about things like a headache, maybe some nausea, a little bit of belly discomfort. And if you're using the rectal forms, you might get some local irritation. This is the stuff that's most common, but it's typically not severe at all. That said, of course, it's always important to be aware that there are some more serious side effects. Now, the key word I want you to hear is rare. These don't happen often, but they're definitely things your doctor is on the lookout for. Probably the most unusual one is something called acute intolerance syndrome. This is a weird one where the medication can, ironically, cause symptoms that look exactly like a flare-up of your colitis. If that happens, the solution is simple. You stop the drug. Other things like inflammation around the heart or some hair loss that's reversible can happen, but again, these are extremely rare. So the single most important serious risk that doctors monitor for is the potential for kidney impairment. And I want to be clear, this is very rare, but because it's a possibility, there's a very clear and simple safety plan in place for everyone who takes it. And here is that plan. It's super simple and it's super effective. Before you even start the medication, your doctor does a basic blood test to check your kidney function. Then that same test is just repeated every now and then while you're on the treatment. That's it. This proactive monitoring is just standard practice, and it's great at catching any potential issues incredibly early. So, after all of that, what's the ultimate takeaway? What's the one thing to remember? It all comes down to this idea: the right formulation matched the right location is the key to success. Understanding that is what makes mesalamine such a powerful, precise, and safe tool for managing IBD. It's not just about what the drug is, it's all about where it goes. And now you know why.